the return mission in 2022. So we're going to first of all do a little bit of an introduction, a little bit of background of how things have changed in our understanding of the seismotectonics, and then I'll hand over to Diana to talk about post-disaster recovery in social media and also ludic activities, and then hand over to the team from Delft who will talk about remote sensing and how that can support disaster management, before I hand over to Sean, Rohit and Paul to talk about building structures. And then we'll summarise a few key messages throughout that presentation. So a little bit of background and a little bit of the 2015 mission. So these are just some snapshots from, pointer. So these are a little snapshots. So the mission started off in 2015 visiting Chautra in the east and looking at sort of building infrastructure, and then also picked up schools, historic buildings, sort of local housing development. My specialty is in landslides, and also I see Sarah here in the background, also looking at and utilising geophysical techniques to understand geotechnical conditions. So the mission was about 10 days long, so we transferred from Chautra through Kathmandu, across to Gorkha, and then to the remote communities via helicopter in the 2015 mission. And the aim of the 2022 mission was to revisit these locations to the best of our ability to look at the recovery phase and to look at how Nepal had recovered and post the 2015 earthquake. So in the days and weeks and months we were focused on in the 2015 mission, looking at short to medium term recovery, where in the 2022 mission we were focusing and looking at the long-term recovery, the rebuilding of infrastructure to meet future needs, but also looking at how this was feeding into future risk reduction and recovery strategies to basically prepare Nepal for future events. So just as a little bit of a background for those who aren't familiar, as Valentina said, it was a magnitude 7.5 event earthquake, occurred on the 25th. There were 2 strong aftershocks and about 9,000 casualties and about 22,000 people were injured. There was in the region of about 30,000 landslides, which killed approximately about 1,000 people of these casualties, and the economic damage was estimated as part of the post-disaster needs assessment and the post-disaster